One of the most prominent Conservatives in the country, former Cabinet Minister Peter Mackay, has officially launched his campaign to lead the party. He's kicking off the race where he started his career in federal politics 23 years ago, his home riding in Nova Scotia. Mackay has deep roots in the party, but it won't be a smooth ride to the finish line. As David Akin explains, he'll have to unite Conservatives across the country and convince them he's the best one to take on Justin Trudeau.
Peter Mackay is one of his party's co-founders, one of its favorite sons, though his own 6-year-old son appears to be on the fence.
And he said, well, Dad, I'd vote for you, but I don't know who else is running.
It's that easy charm that Mackay fans think will help him win the jobs the party's other co-founder, Stephen Harper, once held, party leader and Prime Minister.
Together we'll expand outward that big blue tent, with strengthening its solid poles of conservative principle.
With other big names like Rona Ambrose refusing to run, Mackay is the easy front runner in this race, picking up endorsements from Conservative MPs from coast to coast.
He's going to be addressing the concerns that we have in Western Canada. I'm a prairie boy, I'm a farmer. I want to make sure that he's hearing our voice, but I know that he spoke specifically to Quebec as well. And when you look at every region of this country, we have so much to offer, and he wants to unleash that potential.
And we want to win the next election. So we're going to be looking for the candidate who can best build a coalition across Canada, but also advance Alberta's interests. And we know we can't advance Alberta's interests unless we have a strong national government and we win the next election.
Mackay will have some challengers, including Erin O'Toole, who finished third in the 2017 race that Andrew Scheer won. O'Toole, an Ontario MP, released this video today. No one says anything in it, but his campaign says that's the signal that he is going to run, with a launch event to be held Monday in Alberta. And this will be the tricky balancing act for Mackay, O'Toole, other leadership candidates. The leader, of course, has to win over the party's base, mostly Western and rural. But to win a general election, that same leader has to beat the Liberals to those swing voters. And those voters are mostly Eastern and urban. Robin?
David, there are still deep divisions in this party. For example, social conservatives and their stance on same-sex marriage and abortion. How will those divisions affect the race?
Well, the vast majority of parliamentary conservatives say that, arguing about abortion is one thing, but any perception that the party is anti-gay or will roll back same-sex marriage, that is going to be fatal at a general election. In fact, a potential leadership candidate who said last week that being gay was a choice was roundly and loudly denounced by Mackay, by Rona Ambrose, and by others. But I think one of the more interesting divisions this party is going to soon discover will be on climate change. There are many conservatives, mostly in Quebec and Ontario, who want a more aggressive, conservative climate change policy in order to attract votes in that part of the country. That is going to put them in conflict with conservatives in the West, who broadly believe that the focus ought to be on supporting energy industry workers instead. Robin?
David Akin in Ottawa.